Hello everyone, I am back. It's your host, Get Good Fox, and ye fellow mercenaries, it's time to get... I always go to the back of the shipyard. I keep thinking that I'm going to be heading to the bridge, but no, the bridge is like... For a second, my mouse was a little slow. Like, my mouse, like, with the flick of a button, like, right now, this is the slow speed. I can actually just click a button on the mouse to, like, make it go fast. Well, here's the maximum speed. Oh, God, it's out of control. But it's supposed to be on stage 2, like that's just the right DPI for me. And like that's what I mentioned before, that I felt a little weird in the mech, and at first I thought I accidentally clicked the lower DPI setting. Anyways, let's see what we got. So, mission briefing. So I figured the last mission was going to be the last, but it looks like this could be the finale mission. So Sarna Part 4. Captain Alana Damu says, "Congratulations completing your mission, Commander. My commandos report that the second the Maskarovka saw infantry investigating their destroyed sites, they initiated protocols to destroy everything rather than see Confederation secrets fall into our hands. We were able to capture a handful of random data drives for good measure, but I doubt there's anything of immediate value to us on them. Although your mission for Marshal Davian is now complete, I am afraid you're still trapped on Sarna, just like the rest of us. Liao forces still maintain air superiority and will destroy your dropship if you attempt to leave the system, just as they destroyed all of ours. But not all hope is lost. We just captured a scouting patrol from the local militia, and we're able to tap into McCarran's comm systems. While we know they will change the transmissions codes the second they realize one of their patrols are missing, we learned that McCarran is squarely focused on destroying the remnants of the Crater Cobras, the Screaming Eagles, the Syrtis Fusiliers mercenary support battalions on the Sarna campaign. So I did do a little bit of background research, and that's all canon. Yeah, like the Crater Cobras they're not like a mercenary company that were just made to be your good old buddy old pals. No, they were always there. And same with the Screaming Eagles. They were always there. And all of this, it did happen according to the traditional Battletech canon. They did, in fact, go to Sarna. The Big Mac did, in fact... Oh, one thing that's interesting about the Big Mac is, so it's McCarran's Armored Cavalry, and it's known as the Big Mac for short. Well, that's what MAC stands for. M, McCarran's, A, Armored, C, Cavalry. So, like that's kind of neat how they did that. But yeah, all of this actually happened, and they did get smashinated by the Big Mac. They're still alive and have been causing the Big Mac nothing but problems for months now. We've used your Leopard sensor to pinpoint their positions through their assigned transponder codes, and we've verified that they are still alive and moving. Although they are not too far for us to make radio contact through all of this electromagnetic jamming. This is the best news we've received since you all arrived to help us, Commander. We'll need you to make initial contact with them. At the moment, their reported location is too far away from any of our Fusiliers to make without abandoning our wounded and prisoners. I'll prep everyone for transport and begin to slowly migrate our surviving personnel in their general direction. Your forces can fly ahead in your dropship and make initial contact with their forces and plan a rendezvous point for us. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be clearing a path for them. The mercenaries have been moving their forces repeatedly to try to stay one step ahead of McCarran's armored cavalry. Judging by their movements, it appears that they are migrating towards the ruins of a derelict warship located deep in northern Jakarlos. This will be the most ideal spot for you to make contact with them. This might be the last time we see each other, Commander, so before you go, I just want to say thanks for everything. You've given all the remaining Fusiliers hope that we'll make it out of all this one way or another. So, I'm guessing that this is the final mission. You know, it's everyone's saying their goodbyes. Ooh, how much salvage can we get with 9? 30? I mean, if this is the final mission, it doesn't matter, but yeah, I want 30 salvage. Difficulty 75, tonnage is 310. So we had a solid 44 days to get our mechs repaired and customized. So I am going to I'm going to try to bring some interesting mechs in. Okay, I think this is the team that I am going to go with. Like, let me double check the, I can't read the mission objectives a second time. Wait, there's a command, isn't there? View contract. There we go. We are fighting in Jungle Swamp. So, like, I don't know if missiles are going to be a good choice for Jungle Swamp, but I wanted to use this mech. I was originally considering personally piloting our customized Stalker, technically still not fully customized, like, it has ammo in its arms and not in its legs like it should, but we couldn't do that without going over the 40-day limit. And, but at the same time, like, while I do enjoy firing missiles, I tend to feel like if I need to, like, get in there and, like, really make a difference and turn the course of a battle myself, I just don't have the option. So our Stalker has 4 LRM-10 launchers. Why that? Because, well, it has the medium-sized ports. It has medium-sized missile hardpoints, and the biggest missile launcher that it's going to accept is an LRM-10. So despite having 4 LRM-10s, it technically has the power of a pair of LRM-20s or an LRM-40 if you want to use slang. And that means it has basically the same kind of firepower as an Archer. The difference, though, is that the Archer has trouble with a pair of LRM-20s. It does tend to run hot, whereas the Stalker should not. And it also has 6 small lasers to protect itself up close. And 6 small lasers is more than enough damage to destroy light mechs, medium mechs, vehicles, and even heavy mechs. Like, there are some heavy mechs that aren't heavily armored enough where 6 small lasers will cut through them faster than they'd be happy with. So we'll also bring the Archer and the Warhammer, and I'm going to go in the Battlemaster. Hopefully missiles do not completely backfire in our face. Like, jungles sound like they're not going to be great for missiles, but who knows? Maybe the missiles will just fly all over the trees and it won't be a problem at all. Anyways, let's go ahead and get in here. Okay, so the Stalker introduces an even slower battle mech. That's part of the reason why the Stalker is going to be so much more damaging in terms of being a missile fire support mech than the Archer, because not only is it multiple tons heavier, it's an 85-ton mech, but unlike the Battlemaster, who's also in the assault class, the Stalker does not try to go any faster than it is. It has the average speed.
I never thought I would ever see one of the ancient warships. These things used to be at the top of the food chain when it came to the supreme military power of the Star League. Massive spacecraft that acted as jump ships, armed to the teeth with naval weapons and assault dropships.
And were often used to rain death across entire systems with nuclear fire and chemical strikes. Untold billions died at the hands of these monsters. It's not surprising that they were the first things to be targeted and destroyed in the early succession wars.
Everyone here is so, like, historically, like, knowledgeable. Like, a lot of people, they don't even know the first thing about what happened. Like, the Star League is kind of like, do you remember the Star League? Like, oh, I've heard stories about it, but don't really know too much. But, like, I guess someone has to spout some exposition. Let's see what the Cobras have. They've got a Thunderbolt, they've got a Shadowhawk, they've got a Dargon, and a King Crab.
The targeted asset. Move up to it, and we'll begin the recovery.
Oh, we got some treasure. Not sure if treasure's gonna matter at this point in the game, but hey, I'll grab me some treasure.
Those Mechs, they're broadcasting Federated Suns IFF. You out there, identify yourselves.
We are an independent detachment of the 2nd Crucis Lancers on special assignment. We're here to help.
Brianna Campbell? Is that you? I thought you were with that Merc outfit from the Galahad War Games. What are you doing broadcasting Davian military IFFs?
That's a long story for another time. For now, we're hoping to help each other out of this mess.
That's highly optimistic of you. We dug into this position to defend ourselves from an incoming advance from the 3rd McCarran's Armored Cavalry. They've been probing our defenses for the past week after we repelled an all-out assault from them at Graves Hallow. If you want to help, join us, and let's push these bastards back. Keep us in good enough shape, and we might just live to see tomorrow. Colonel Westrick, enemy scouts just crossed the outer perimeter. They're here! Well, okay then. Let's get to work. Brianna, Commander, we'll appreciate the assist here. Keep our mercs in fighting shape. We won't be any good to you dead.
falling in file formation.
Okay, so I was trying to find a way to get my missile support a little farther away. I didn't realize we'd be fighting essentially inside of a building. But what if I order them just to kind of chill out over here? Let's put the archer
Moving to new
here.
position, Commander.
And maybe if they just stay there, we'll be okay.
Not requested,
Oh,
Commander.
I see a devastating foe has emerged. Oh, got his leg, so now he is not long for this world. Okay, this is obviously their recon team. Normally the recon team is not going to be like, hey, let's just get in here and start busting people up, but I guess they're just gonna do that. Let me get his leg real fast. Oh, he moved. Stop moving. There we go. Right on target.
Reserve forces from Macarons appear to be crossing the perimeter. Things are going to heat up quickly here.
So it looks like we've got
Understood.
24
We
targets.
should be able to pull through if we can keep our forces in the fight.
We'll do our best, Colonel.
Oh my god. I think that was like a double rear center torso shot just right through him. Oh, we are okay. Like, I mean, like, this is just their kind of initial like spotting team. Where did the stalker go? F5 to cancel. Stalker, you are F3. Oh no. Form up. They're coming from the other direction. Over here, boys. Over here. You know what? I'm just gonna tell all of them. What is the order all command? F1, F3. Just go right there.
New target, Spider.
Yeah, just form up. We got plenty of long range weapons. Yeah, there you go. That's just the way I like it.
Commander.
Oh, that was a headshot. I mean, well, I doubt we'll finish him off with the headshots, but... Oh, that's what I like to see.
Kill confirmed.
Just absolutely gunned down.
New target.
Oh, yes. Would you like some more missiles? Okay, I'll get these pesky guys. I'll let them choose their targets, because I believe if I assign them an attack order, they're just going to, like, wonk out. Oh, we are just mowing them down right now. I mean, admittedly, let's not pat ourselves on the back too much. They are sending, like, just little crummy mechs at us. There we go.
Another mech kill for me.
There we go. Okay, hopefully the king crab can, like, smackinate. Oh, that's right, I gotta remember, my lasers are not in the center torso, or they are in the center torso. I think we're like, okay, we're like 1/3 through these guys. I think we're doing really good. Like, we are just mowing these guys down. And even if they bring in larger mechs, like, just the concentrated fire, we are just going to be mowing these guys down. Like, this Jenner is just going to get mowed down. Let me get this pesky guy, because that's who's going to give us the problem. Oh, don't burn his foot. Come on.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Okay, once he gets more of the torso, we are just like, it is like an absolute slaughter. It is like a death trap for these guys in here. Oh my god!
Target acquired.
No, no eject for you. Well, I guess he got an eject. Okay, I just gotta make sure I keep an eye on the, what do you call it? The radar, so we know what direction they're coming from. Okay, so that I can order our guys to, like, change to the opposite side of the ship if necessary. This is not the ideal role for the Warhammer. Like, the Warhammer is not supposed to be using the PPC as its, like, primary weapon. It is supposed to function as an auxiliary weapon. Oh, that would have been nice if this little, like, if this little wall was missing. We'd have much cleaner shots in there. No, let's not. Why do you want to leave? Why? These guys are okay. Form up, boys. We don't have a choice. Like, we gotta, like.
New target. Hunchback.
Okay, right here might be a good spot. I'm gonna do F1, F3. This is your new firing position. Why are we leaving the safety? Why would you do this? I'm not going out there. I mean, I could, but we're only through half the targets.
Dynasty unit, focus fire. Repositioning complete.
Now start destroying them with the missiles. Like, that's what I want you to do. There we go.
Scanning for hostiles.
If the Crater Cobras want to, like, become craters out there, like, when we could just be fighting inside the safety of our, like... That's fine.
At the requested position, Commander.
Oh! Oh, no, that's an optional. I thought that was a bonus. It was like... I thought they could not lose any battle mechs at all. I was like, wait a second. That seems a little unfair. Wait, this looks like it might hurt my legs. There we go. We gotta squishinate this guy. He's changed his mind. He's like, oh god, there's like a bunch of assault mechs up there. This is not good for my health. I really don't want to waste my ammo on this, like, stupid, like, beef mech that's not gonna go down. There we go. I don't know what's happening out there, to be completely honest. There we go. I keep losing alignment on my torso. Here, you guys attack that hunchback.
Target acquired.
There we go. You know, I'm just gonna give them the rock'em sock'em kaboobly booblers. There we go, right in the center torso. Oh, do you like missiles?
Target acquired.
I guess we're just not gonna take cover anymore. I guess, like, you know, cover is overrated. Oh my god, what is up with me today and not being able to keep my torso in alignment?
Target destroyed.
I know there's another helicopter around here. Oh, it's right above me. Here, destroy that helicopter.
Target received.
Okay, so it looks like they're attacking from the other side. They do have an assault mech.
Target Battlemaster.
Battlemaster, interesting. Are we still fighting a mech over here? What are we fighting over here? Form up on me, boys. No, new target. Get this Orion. Like, those mechs are going to be slow enough that if they don't stay, if they don't match speeds with their Battlemaster, they might come in kind of like a disorganized manner. Oh, this was the perfect shooting position. Well, it's kind of the perfect. It's the okay shooting position. What direction are they coming from? Are they going to go... Are they derping out? I think they're wonking out on us. Like, right here would just be an amazing shooting position. Like, what if I told my guys to go, like, right here? But it might not even matter because... What are you guys doing? Damage report? King Crab is, like, got, like, medium damage. We're looking pretty good.
Location, Commander.
The dragon is not looking too good.
Waiting for orders, Commander.
Okay, they are going through. Okay, I guess we're not going to let them come through to us? You don't want to do that? Crater Cobras? You don't want to stay here? You know, like, they'd all have to come through that really convenient door choke point. You don't want to do that? That not a good idea? Don't know? You want to go into the close quarters area? Okay. Fine. Form up, boys. Looks like the first target is... No, looks like they're all of a similar speed. Wait, what are you guys doing? Are we waiting? Nope. Get back up there, boys.
We're on the move.
Yeah, get into formation. We got this. Yeah. Come on, Colonel Westrick.
New target quick.
Let him come to us.
I've arrived at the regular
Oh my god, I'm just gonna jump cut to when something happens. Okay, so it looks like we've decided that we are just gonna, like, rumble and duke it out with them. Okay, why not? Let's do it. There's no room to maneuver, so it's just center torso time. Come on, let's get some missiles in here. That's what I want to see.
Target acquired.
Unfortunately, okay, one of their guys is out of position because he's a dope. I can't bend my torso down far enough to really... I'm going to go for the Battlemaster because I can actually get all of my weapons on him, making him a much more attractive target. Oh, don't do that. Don't shoot missiles at me. Only I shoot missiles at you. There we go. I'm just gonna take some opportunistic attacks. Ow, don't shoot medium laser at me. Why would you do that?
Incoming missile.
Oh, of course, as I'm backing up, I've got one little shot left to get you before you get out of my line of sight. There we go, he's breaking apart. Can my torso go low enough? Yes, it can.
Acquired.
These guys are just like sitting. Oh, no, it can't. I lied. I can't bend my torso down far enough. It's like, how low can you go? Not low at all. Well, get in there and squish. No, squish this guy. This guy's at long range. Squish him. He's the guy you should squish. Yeah, squish him. I guess I need to get in there.
Rear guard are moving in to engage.
Target.
God, these bastards just don't give up. Crater Cobras, stay strong. We've almost got them.
Destroyed.
That was a big explosion. Nice kill, Commander.
Archer.
Okay, so we just gotta get the archer, and now that the archer doesn't have the, well, you really got that? You really got the hull of the ship there. That was some great shooting.
Commander, if we're gonna survive this, we need every mech we can get. Do your best to protect my men.
Yeah, well, just give me a second. I need to, like, play Punch-Out with this guy real quick. Oh, yes, let me give me that juicy center torso. I want the juice. Oh, wait. Gotta keep my juicy center. I'm coming for the... BAM! BAM! That's right. I'm the new Mike Tyson. I'm the new king of the boxing ring. Where are the next enemies at? Oh, we found them. This should be their final lance, and I was wondering if it'd be like nothing but assault mechs, but so far it just is. We got some medium mechs coming in, and we are just grinding them up right now. Grind them up, boys. Oh god, it's a marauder. Into cover. Oh. Back into the fight. Come on, I gotta take... Oh, we have enough. BAM!
Watch it. Repairs from enemy fire is bad enough.
Ammo low.
Here it comes. BAM! BAM! How do you like it? Don't think I'm coming in for the kill. I'm gonna give it to you. BAM! Oh, I already blew him up. Wait, there's one more left? I went to school. I can count. Wait, we squished two little guys and the marauder. Where's the last guy at? Okay, so I have no idea where that last enemy is. I'm hoping that they kind of like got lost and are wandering around in a circle, and that the game is definitely not bugging out on my last kill. Okay, so I am now searching for the last remaining enemy. Like I said, I'm hoping that maybe they just got a little bit lost. I have chosen to start my search on the last direction that the enemy attacked from, which was somewhere over here. Otherwise, that will be ungood. Wait a second, check that out. The Crater Cobras are showing that they are being sensor disrupted. Is the last target a Raven? And perhaps I just haven't been able to identify it because it is hard to detect on radar? Okay, I am now also experiencing... Oh wait, I saw someone shoot a laser. Oh my god. I think they found something. We've got something. It is a griffin. Squish it!
Engaged.
Squish it now! Squish him! Yeah! Take that!
Forces appear to be withdrawing. For now, our forces are in the clear.
You have our thanks, Commander, but without us being able to transmit off system, I'm very skeptical about our overall chances at survival. A very strong ECM field is preventing us from contacting anyone at the system's jump point. We have a long shot plan to try to get a message off-world. With your help, we might just be able to...
Oh, is there another mission?
Come by our command center and I'll share the details with you.
Oh, I confess, I wasn't expecting that. So we got 2.3 million smackaronis, and it looks like we can salvage this archer over here. Let me see. Maybe we got some double heat sinks sneaking their way in here. Maybe. Nope. Okay, we're just going to take the locust. There we go. Sell some stuff. So, Davian says, enough of the enemy went down in that fight that the others won't dare show their faces in these parts again for a long time. House Liao says, you may have defeated some of us, but not all. You'll never be able to beat all of us. Okay, some inspiring dialogue there. Incredible damage from the Battle Master, almost 2,000. And You know, respectable damage for everyone except the Warhammer, though, like, we were doing a more hold-back kind of approach. Looks like the damage was pretty low, too. Got some armor breaches, but I don't think it's going to actually matter. This is the arm that has the machine gun, so even if we lost something, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. So, Sarna Part 4 debrief. Colonel Richard Westrick says, Commander, it's great to see you again. I only wish we were meeting under better circumstances. You have my thanks for keeping us in good enough shape to see tomorrow. While I can't spare too much equipment, I do have a MechWarrior that's been disposed of their mech in the recent fighting. If you have a mech for them, they'll serve you well. I'll send them over to your dropship. Let's catch up over a drink in my tent. I'm curious to wonder why the hell you're even on this rock in the first place. So we got a additional payment of 1.5 smackaronis and a new pilot. Okay. All right, boys, I'm making an executive decision here. I was like going to end that episode, but no, we are going to press on and we are finishing things in one mega episode. Let's do it. All right, boys, I am back. Welcome, Mercenaries. Time for some more MechWarrior 5, Legend of the Kestrel Lancers. Yeah, that's their name. Our mechs are nice and polished up. It looks like we had 50 days for the next mission to appear, and so everyone is repaired. I decided not to buy any new mechs, and that's because I can't even field all of our biggest mechs in the same battle to begin with. So let's just continue where we left off. Sarna Part 5, Colonel Richard Westrick says, that sure is some story you got there, Commander. While I am glad to hear that Captain Damu was able to rally a number of survivors from the Fusiliers' ranks, you won't find much sympathy for their plight among my men after what Hearthstone pulled. You see, things went sideways for us the second we arrived in system. After they heard Maximilian Liao killed their beloved Duke, General Hearthstone ordered the 5th Syrtis Fusiliers to charge ahead of our invasion flotilla on a high-G burn that jumped the gun on the agreed-upon invasion schedule. They beat us to the planet's surface by 2 days, hoping to satisfy their lust for revenge. All they did was walk face-first into a trap that doomed them all. I can still hear the screams they broadcasted to us in vain hope that we would save them while we were still over a day away from reaching the planet. The Screaming Eagles and I decided that despite the incompetence of Hearthstone and the Fusiliers, we could not deviate from our contracted invasion plan. If we packed it up and left for home, we might have lived, but we would never be able to find MRB back to work again. We came to the joint decision that we would drop in-system and fight out Macaron's armored cavalry in a protracted guerrilla war and attempt to get a message off-system requesting reinforcements from the armed forces of the Federated Suns. Little did we know that the Capellans had some kind of jamming field that disrupts long-range communications planet-wide. Those bastards kept their jammers off so we could listen to the Fusiliers plead for their lives on our approach in, only to flip the switch and jam our comms the second we hit the atmosphere. We've been trying to figure out a way to get a message to the jump point ever since. Commander, we've spent months scouting out the facilities that the Capellans use to disrupt long-range communications on planet, but with our numbers, we've always determined that assaulting one was too high risk. With you here, we might be able to just pull it off. We know the Capellans are gunning for us, so if we pull the Big Mac's attention away from a number of their regional jamming arrays, we should be able to thin their defenses enough to where you can perform a targeted strike and bring those jammers down. It'll be just like Galahad. We'll draw them away, you see the mission gets done. Oh yeah, back when we had to take out Sortek. I'll be straight with you, Commander. This mission is critical to us being able to get the message out of the system. I don't know how much longer any of us can last down here, but if you give us a month or so, we can plan for an assault on these jamming facilities. So take your time and prepare your forces and be ready for anything. We may have a need to deploy in consecutive missions depending on how Macaron's reacts to their jammers being destroyed. So make sure you complete as many repairs and refits as possible before we execute the mission. Godspeed, my friend. We'll see you on the other side. So it sounds like, so I bet this is going to be 6 missions. That's going to be my assumption. And it looks like we're going to be battling in a canyon, so it could be Missile-Aroni time. Sarna Part 5, Colonel Richard Westrick says, the only way we'll be able to get a message off to the jump point is if we could take the ECM jamming network blocking long-range communications, destroy the jamming arrays at the marked nav points, then move to regroup on our position. We don't know how the Confederation will react to our attacks, so prepare yourself for the possibility of consecutive deployments. Okay, so difficulty 85, tonnage is 320, and I don't know, let's just plug our points in. 24, probably not to do anything exciting with, so let's go full cash, and the rest in salvage shares. 320, let me see if that's actually enough to start like dropping a full assault lance in. Okay, so it looks like the answer is no. We're still 10 tons off, and if there is consecutive launches, we probably wouldn't want to do that anyways. So let me bring some of our heavy mechs in. Okay, so we got like the missile squad. So we got missiles, you know, some missiles, and like some missiles. So everyone has missiles, LRMs to be specific. Every single person has LRMs. And yeah, I'm going to save, if we got to do consecutive missions, I am going to keep the Battle Master in reserve. Anyways, let's get down on the field. So the key word that I heard is if we destroy enough of them. If we need to destroy enough of them, maybe we don't need to destroy all of them. Or maybe that was just, you know, not using the most precise language of possible that led to alternative interpretations to destroy all 6 objectives. Anyways, those guys didn't fare too well due to our missiles. They brought the exact wrong units to take a look at us, but let's take a look at what we got over here. Approaching the first objective, and since it's nice and clear, no bad weather or anything, we should be able to really let these guys... Uh-oh. I can already see I'm getting some ECM effects, and it's getting worse on the proximity.
Mech on radar.
Explodinate this guy. Use your missiles. Don't fire without a solid lock. If any of you fire without a solid lock, I'm gonna be sad. There we go. There we go. Oh, he's gonna shoot his LRM-5 back at us. Focus fire. Wait, we got... No. He's a distraction. There we go. There we go. He lived. Squish that other thing. I'll squish this fool who's a distraction. There, I got his leg. Now you are doomed. You are doomed. Doomed. Okay, boys. Wait, we gotta... I gotta... So since we're using a lot of missiles, I do need to direct my guys to shoot a lot more. Mainly so that they... Wow, that missile took like a real... That missile veered off course a good bit.
Lot more. Mainly so that they... Wow, that...
Basically, what I need to do is aggressively tell my guys to attack things so that they stop approaching the enemy and stop to begin shooting their missiles. So that's going to be a really big thing. Like, I'm going to have to keep... Well, I sure hope you guys don't run out of ammo with all of the... Wow.
That was a transmission on the AFFC's command line. The first one since we've arrived at Sina. I can't make out anything in it, but destroying the other ECM towers might allow us to hear the broadcast. Keep it up, Commander.
I hope the broadcast is "We love you, Fox," and we're going to, like, increase the amount of money you get by, like, 10 times. Like, I'm hoping that's what the broadcast says. Alright, so the next target's not that far away. It looks like, unfortunately, we got this big old hill in the way, which is going to interrupt our missile bombardment strategy. Let's swing a little bit wider to the left. Uh-oh.
Commander target received.
Oh, no. Never mind. Destroy these things first.
Tango eliminated.
Oh. No.
Engaging commander's target.
I can't shoot. There we go. Yeah. Take him out. Yeah. Okay, now on to the rifleman. Let us see who is the real fire support master. Oh God, look at his center torso. Get him. Get him. And they're trying to get around us too.
Mech eliminated.
It's a commando. Oh no, they're ambushing our support. Squishinate him before the commando actually does damage. Oh! Die, you stupid! Okay, we squished. It took a little doing, but we squished him. Look how much damage that. I think the Commando did all that damage too. I hate like Commando is actually a really annoying battle mech. Like actually is like look I mean we can't tell with the ECM, but the Stalker actually had a chunk of its armor removed, all because of that Commando. It's like not a mech that I like to use too much, except in the beginning of the game. But it's such an annoying mech when the enemies are using it.
Damn it! Commander, the ECM disruption is weakening, but McCarran is encircling our forces while you're attacking the ECM installations. We don't have the numbers to fight through them. We need those towers destroyed so we can find a gap in their lines. We fought too long and too hard for this to be our end.
New target, Locust.
I'm gonna take out the Locust while they bring their guns on the Dragon. That's the plan, at least. Oh! Okay, I gotta stop so I can turn faster. There we go. That was a pretty solid hit.
Reactor explosion detected.
Just die!
Target neutralized.
Oh! Okay, now we gotta deal with these guys. Missiles! He lived! Okay.
Target destroyed.
Here we go. Okay, that's too many missiles. We don't need that many.
Destroyed.
What is that thing there? Shoot it. It's too close. Shoot him! What's wrong with the Archer? The Archer is got a breach in the head armor. I'm hoping that doesn't become a problem. It could. Whatever, I'll shoot some missiles at it too. Haha! It was I who.
Federated Sons. We break Sarna's outcome.
The message is getting clearer, but we still can't make out any discernible information. We need to destroy those remaining ECM towers.
Commander, our tactical projections are not good. The only way we can break through McCarran's forces is if we abandon our wounded. That is not something I'm willing to do. We're preparing to make our last stand. Finish the mission, Commander, then get as far away from us as possible. Regroup with Captain Damu. Get a message back to Davian Command. Survive.
Target
Colonel
acquired.
Westrake, I'm sorry we couldn't do more.
It's okay. It's the part of the job that all of us mercenaries must accept at some point. Today, it's just my time.
Target destroyed.
Okay, well, we gotta thin out these helicopters. That's fine. I'm gonna have my guys attack over there. And I'm pretty sure I can just use the medium laser here.
Destroyed. Target acquired.
That's right. You know, you think you're the support mech? I don't know. I love how he's leading the attack. I really wish you wouldn't do that.
Target received.
Acquired.
Oh, I'm the one who's firing without a solid lock now. I'm the one who's being a butt. Okay, now he's just squished nated though. That's fine though. Have we gotten that mech yet? Oh, it's almost dead.
Acquired.
Man, my allies are actually like really pulling their weight in this battle. I gotta say, I'm a little surprised. I was a little afraid to kind of like, I didn't want to get showered by my own missiles.
Target destroyed.
I was gonna step on it to destroy it, but then I was worried that exactly that they would like shower, they would obliterate it with a massive barrage of missiles, including me on it. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have to just destroy everything. Get a damage report on the Archer. The Archer, although it looks low, the armor is still holding. And if only I could tell him to go to the rear, it would be a little bit better, because he's doing the job of tanking some damage, but you need to go to the rear, and there's like nothing I can do about it unless I like take control of him directly. So this is where we're not going to be quite as strong. Or we could be just fighting in like a total clearing, and we might just be able to obliterate these guys just by firing a bunch of missiles at them, which is kind of the only plan we have. I think that's the only thing we can do, is fire a bunch of missiles. And if all of them miss, just murder everybody in the process. There we go.
Target acquired.
Got ourselves a cataphract here. I'm going to try to get into close combat with it. Let's go around. Trying to get his attention.
Target cataphract.
Oh, this is the Cataphract 0X. I was wondering why I was getting scrambled up. The Cataphract 0X is a ECM version. If only my allies could capitalize on the fact that I'm distracting him so much right now. Unfortunately, that is not the case. There we go. Gotta trust my aim here not to hit the archer. Why do you want to insist on getting that close? Don't do it. Are you gonna eject? Okay, ejected. Why would you get so close? Don't do it. Stop doing it. Okay, I'm just gonna get in here and I think it's safe to squish these. Okay, it's safe to squish these. We got one target left. If that archer would just not try to be the hero and just be the support battle mech that it knows it needs to be, we should be able to get out of this okay. Oh, by the way, this is also why you don't want to put ammo in the head of your mech. Like, if there was ammo in the head of that mech, there's a chance the ammo just would have blown up and, like, detonated him. Trying to hit his rear armor here. Look at all that center torso damage. He's still turning his back to me. Is this a quick core out? He's going down. This is it. Oh my god, we just destroyed that heavy mech so quickly. How's the archer doing? Archer looks really banged up. I need to get in here and start tanking some damage, unfortunately. So the archer is now jeopardizing me because I'm the one who needs to get in here. But fortunately, I could just core this guy out super quickly. And I think we've neutralized their defenses. Emphasis on I think. I did not read on the fate of the Crater Cobras, so like I have no idea. They might have died. Or maybe they didn't. In we go. Here's the jammer. Please do not shower me with missiles.
Sortek of the Davion Heavy Guards calling all surviving forces of the Federated Suns. We have reached Sarna's atmosphere and are available to reinforce on your position. Is anyone out there? Please respond. Again, this is Arden Sortek. Colonel Sortek, this is Colonel Richard Westrick with the Crater Cobras. My God, is it good to hear your voice. The Crater Cobras and the Screaming Eagles are pinned down 50 clicks east of the city of Catatonia along the coast. We estimate that the Big Mac will have us completely surrounded in 3 hours. Transmitting exact coordinates now. Coordinates received. We're preparing an orbital mech drop to reinforce your position. Hold fast, Colonel. Help is here.
This is Captain Alana Damu with the survivors of the 5th Syrtis Fusiliers. We don't have much left, but we are moving to assist. ETA, 2 hours.
Looks like our salvation is here, Commander. I've marked a new exfil site on your map. Let's get out of here and join the others.
Okay, I get it. So the final battle is going to be like a holdout for I'm guessing until Arden Sortek can make it there. This was a pretty intense battle. It was more intense than it needed to be, as I felt like a very strong urge to begin protecting the archer, but I think we came out of it okay. I want to see the damage report though. The payday is 4.8 million smackaronis. Very nice. We don't have a lot here. Let me just see if there's any double heat sinks. And that's a negative, so I'm just going to click down the list. And actually, I want this commando that beat us up, and then I'm going to click down the list so I can just sell him. Like the trash he is. Davia says, our salvation is here. Rendezvous at my location, Commander. Macarons won't let us regroup without a fight. House Liao says, their reinforcements are too late. We'll crush these Fed rats under our boot before the heavy guard lay 1 foot on Sarna. And yeah, we haven't had to pay anything in damage coverage, which is really nice. Yeah, look at this. Like, I was not playing very passively, like especially towards the end, and our missile support mechs actually were very up with me there. The Orion, not quite. You know, it looks like the Orion probably was having trouble getting into the fight based on like its light damage. That's my assumption. And fortunately, our MechWarrior wasn't injured. We do have an armor breach here, but like it's pretty light, so I'm led to believe that it's not going to be too big of a deal. Let's take a look at our damage, though. Okay, so you're okay. I'm looking for any icons here, just regular repairs. Okay, so we did lose something here. One heatsink in the head, so this MechWarrior probably would be dead by now if we had put if you had put ammo in the head, that would have been a critical hit on the ammo, and the ammo would have blown up, and that probably would like you'd just be dead. The ammo like that you're sitting on, you would be explodinated. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. I think we're just going to make this a double feature, like instead of breaking this into 2 separate episodes. Wow. Like the mission, I mean, they did say it would be in an hour or 2. Let's get the mission briefings. Sarna Part 6, Colonel Richard Westrick says, Commander, Captain Damu, we're about to engage in the fight of our lives. The Capellans must know that if they can't wipe us out before the Heavy Guard touch down on Sarna, it's over for them. Their only hope at maintaining control of the planet will be to utterly destroy our forces so that when Colonel Sortek touches down, they'll have the numbers to fight him back. We've all gone through too much just to lose everything at the end. We need to muster whatever strength we have left and hold the line until Colonel Sortek relieves us. Gather your best mechs, equipments, and mech warriors and meet my Crater Cobras at the following coordinates. Prepare to give the Big Mac everything you've got. We did not go through 6 months of hell just to die on the day that reinforcements arrive. The only thing left to do is hold the line. We do that and we live to see tomorrow. Well, I think I'm actually going to buy a battle mech since we need to throw everything we've got at them. Okay, looks like we're going to be fighting clear day in a lush canyon, so long-range weapons should be an advantage here. And if it's the final battle, I don't know, maybe we'll get a good salvage. Probably not with 27 salvage shares, but whatever. Sarna Part 6, this is it, or Colonel Richard Westrick says, this is it, Commander. Colonel Arden Sortek is almost here. All that's left to do is hold out until his arrival. McCarran's is going to throw everything they have to kill us before Sortek's reinforcements arrive. This is a fight for our very lives, so bring the biggest, baddest mechs you can muster, and we might actually make it off Sarna alive. Tonnage limit 350, so this is probably going to be a little higher than what we can do, but I did just buy another mech that we're going to be able to see. And here we are, a little bit underweight, but at the same time, they weren't really selling. I think the biggest mech they were selling was like a Cyclops, and even if we had 4 Cyclops, that would get us to 360. But this is about as good as it's going to get. So I'm going to be going in the Battlemaster. We just purchased this awesome 8Q, which is in its stock configuration because the mission was immediate, meaning no customizations could be made. But to be honest, the stock awesome, it's perfect. It's going to be perfectly good. It's got pretty thick armor at 480. I would prefer a little heavier, but it's got 3 PPCs and a small laser. This is actually Big Mac Thomas. Snuck in the final mission. We're bringing in the Zeus and the Warhammer. So yeah, that's just going to have to be what it goes with. But this is a really decent long-range firepower, double PPCs. Triple PPCs, single PPC, and then we do have an AC5 and a Chem Large laser. So we do have a lot of long-range power, and we shouldn't be by ourselves either. So, yeah, hopefully our allies can act as meat shields.
This is it, everyone. Colonel Sortek is on the verge of making planetfall and is en route to our position. McCarran's knows that if we successfully relink with the Davian Heavy Guards, they're done for. So they're gonna throw everything they have at us, trying to put us in the ground before Colonel Sortek's reinforcements arrive. We've spent the past 6 months in hell, cowering and sulking in the shadow of those bastards, trying to survive against unprecedented circumstances. No dropship support, no air support, no way of communicating with the jump point. Hell, we even made it by with no HPG, completely blind to the rest of the inner sphere. We made it through all of that. But today, finally, we can stand tall against these Capellan bastards. Today is a day of retribution. Today we are finally taking the fight to them.
Fusiliers, I'm not one for speeches as eloquent as our mercenary friends. We have been struggling to survive since the Grey River ran red with the blood of our fallen brothers and sisters. Just remember, they're still here. They're watching over us. And today, God willing, we will avenge their deaths. For New Syrtis, for House Hasek.
We have contacts. Dead ahead. All forces fire at will. Stay in cover and support one another. Don't let them spill one more ounce of Cobra's blood today.
Commander, Colonel Westrick is right about one thing. The Macaron's forces will be relentless. There's no telling when the Davion heavy guards will make it to the field. So we need to support one another if we're going to make it out of this alive. Tread carefully, Commander.
So did like all one Crater Cobra and a Jaeger mech and all like one, 5th Syrtis Fusilier make it? Oh god, they're right behind me.
Enemy mech closing.
Cold base. Visual confirmation of hostile forces.
Alright, we gotta stop these guys out quick so that we can get into a better formation. That is going to be our first objective. This is not how I wanted to start this battle, but that's just how it's going to have to be. Okay. Oh, he's not down. The destruction of his arm threw me off. My aim was quite a little bit off. Finish that one off. I'm going to the next target. I did not want to spearhead the enemies like this. Like, I did not know that they were just going to pop out over here. In fact, I think I'm just going to disengage. I'm going to try to go for their support battle mechs instead of duking it out with, like, their trooper battle mechs. Here we go. That's right, you don't like that, do you? Here we go. Whoa, that guy went fast out of nowhere. This Raven needs to go next. Like, my job is to squish small targets. There we go.
Macaron and his cronies have taken 6 months and hundreds of our brothers and sisters' lives with them. Fusiliers, make them pay!
I got his arm. The PPC and his arm is out. Oh my god, I'm running so hot right now. But fortunately, this mech was made for it, so... Almost through his center torso. There we go. Okay, I don't know. Like I said, this is kind of a rough start. This is not... I was kind of hoping that I would not have... I was kind of hoping to hide behind my allies a bit, but maybe it'll work in our favor either way. That's the end of him. The PPC knockout punch. The PPC stands for punch your center torso. Yeah, that's what it stands for. Look at this Jaeger mech just like sitting back here doing absolutely nothing. Okay, it's actually been a few minutes. Unfortunately, the Hunchback got destroyed because he wandered actually really far away and just got totally destroyed. And like, yeah, like no one did anything. So we're down the Hunchback. But I guess, what can we do? Focus fire, one target at a time, boys. Okay, it looks like, I cannot hide behind the Jaeger mech. That's just a really bad idea. The best thing to do will be to try to keep the Jaeger mech alive. Oh my god. Vindicators are so tanky. Let me choose a new target. Then move on to the next Vindicator. Let's just swat them down one at a time. Oh man, we are taking a lot of damage from this, but there are just so many enemies right now. Chasing after him. Going to take a bit of rear armor damage here, unfortunately. Okay, we got him. On the Blackjack next. I need to avoid these buildings and so I can maintain my top speed, because like I said, we are taking a ton of damage. It's just enemy fire from every direction. I'm going to try to break contact with them, use a bit of evasive maneuvers. That's probably, I'm pretty sure that's probably the, okay, that's the end of him. I can't even think straight. Like, I'm just completely focused on playing the game. Our mechs are capable of fighting in close quarters. We're not helpless up front. I'm trying to get these lighter armored enemies out of here. Focus fire on that center torso.
Forces of the Federated Suns, my Davion heavy guards have just touched down. Our rushed mech drops scatter us across a wide area. We
Oh,
are
this guy's right. That's an enemy.
and about to move on your position now. ETA 2 minutes. Hold out
Destroy
just a
him.
little
I'll
longer.
focus. I'll get this guy. Get the jet. Get the Vindicator. That's the end of him.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Gotta lock onto that center torso and just drill through it ASAP. That's the end of him. Okay, let's regroup again. Let's see the. So the Jaeger mech isn't looking too good. Why? How? Who lost the component? Was it the Awesome? I don't know what they're talking about. No one lost the component. Like maybe they're just saying that to like boost their confidence or something like that. I guess I'm waiting for the next wave to appear. Oh my god, look at this. There actually is the first wave of our allies are going every. Oh my god, we get meat shields. Meat shields! Nope, abandon the Jaeger mech immediately. Abandon the Jaeger mech. Abandon him. What's this guy doing? Is this scout mech seriously just gonna like cicada his way into close? Like all of these mechs here are slow. And they're also, of course, they're all Centurions. That's like one of the favorite mechs of the Federated
Forces
Suns.
of the Federated Suns. The Davion heavy guards are here to assist. It's time to take the fight to McCarran's armored cavalry.
Oh yes.
Thank you, Commander. One last push and then it's over. Let's finish this.
Oh yes. This is head down. Now this is how you fight with honor. Yes. This is what they taught me in the Combines, in the Sun Jiang Academy of War Arts. This is how you fight with honor. Yes. It's basically like Centurions versus Vindicators.
Target acquired.
They've downed a number of our battle mech forces. Commander, we can really use an assist.
What do you think I've been doing this entire time? Like, it's my turn to be the support.
Hell yeah!
Acquired.
Cavalry forces, this is Colonel Archibald McCarran. The Davion heavy guards have made planetfall and have taken the field right in the rear of our column. This is a fight we can no longer win. All forces, break off your engagement and escape to your dropships. Sarna is lost. There's no need for any of you to go deal with it.
Forces of the Federated Suns, give them no quarter. For months these wolves have hunted you like prey lost in the woods. But now you have a chance to defang McCarran's armored cavalry once and for all.
For the fallen! For the
Oh, I lost my
Syrtis
PPC.
Fusiliers!
Did I just hear that right? McCarran's forces are withdrawing. Is there really a need to run them down?
Target.
We're still at war, Fahad. The Federated Suns will want to ensure that an elite unit such as McCarran's is crippled as much as possible to put all of House Liao in a position of vulnerability in the future. I also imagine compassion and reason are the last things on the minds of everyone that went through the last 6 months of hell at the hands of the armored cavalry. For better or worse, we still have our orders. Let's help clear the field and see this battle through.
Okay, so we got another one of the like sneaky cataphracts with all the like ECM gear.
Offensive capabilities, pushing out.
If he turns, I'm gonna try to aim on his center torso, on his rear. Okay, he's not gonna turn. I thought he might turn again. There he is. Big damage there. He's in the orange. Turn around again. I can go front torso as well. That's fine. I can do it. I'm guessing the stalker went down.
That was a big explosion. Nice kill, Commander.
To all forces of the Federated Suns, we have cleared the field. Sarna is ours.
Commander, I just want to say thank you. If you hadn't come to help us all those months ago, I have no doubt in my mind that we would have died like the rest of our brothers and sisters in the 5th. We'll never forget what you did for us.
Likewise, Captain. Without you, we would never have been able to complete our mission for the Kestrel Lancers. Now let's all fall back in with a heavy guards and finally get some R&R. It's been one hell of a campaign.
Awesome that they actually came out of that pretty nicely. And it's time for, I'm guessing, the ultimate payday. 2.7 million C-bills and, of course, a whole buttload of Vindicators. I don't know. We'll take one as like a souvenir. Like, hey, look, I'm bringing a Vindicator. Okay, let's get this Vindicator and that. There we go. That's 27. So House Davian says, Mercenaries and Fusiliers, your bravery in the face of death is to be commended. Stand down and get some R&R. The Davian Heavy Guards will take things from here. House Liao says, everyone fall back to the dropships. Sarna is lost. The armored cavalry will live to fight another day. Indeed they do. Like, the cavalry, they still exist in current times. And in fact, McCarran's armored cavalry would actually launch a counterattack, a very devastating counterattack, and cause humongous damage to Davion, and like they would basically like get into like this humongous. It would become a humongous feud between the Big Mac and Davion. Okay, so we finally breached the true 2,000 damage, and wow, look at this! The Awesome actually laid down the smackaroni on people. I don't know what happened over here. The Warhammer might have gotten confused due to the. You could see it has rather light damage. Same with the Zeus. The Zeus's damage is also pretty light. It seems like there is a correlation to, like, if they have light damage and they didn't do much damage, probably means they got confused. Whereas, as I said, the Awesome has pretty good armor, and it was able to withstand the onslaught. Message from Marshall Jackson. Davian Jackson, Commander, I've just received reports from Arden Sortek. I cannot tell you how glad I am to hear you made it through the Sarna campaign. When I heard of the armored cavalry ambush and the HPG being destroyed, I feared that I may have condemned you all to death. You had all the Kestrel Lancers worried for you. While I'm sorry that I cannot be there on Sarna to debrief you in person, there is still much for me to do here on Tigris. Please accept this canned message as your formal debriefing. By the time Comstar was able to deliver this message to you, our offensive, which the news feeds have taken to calling the Fourth Secession War, will be over. As I speak, Comstar is negotiating the end to all hostilities between the 5 great houses. When all is said and done, the Capellan Confederation will have to capitulate that it lost over half of its former territory, most of it to be claimed by House Davion through right of conquest, but some of the 2 former Capellan commonalities declaring their independence from the Confederation. The first to break away was the Tikhonov commonality. They were holding out hope that the Confederation would come to their aid after being cut off from a direct logistical route from Cyan. They eventually declared independence to spare their citizens from further Davian invasion. You won't believe who leads them. Our old friend Pavel Ridzik. After he managed to escape our forces on Tikhonov, Strategic Director Ridzik retreated to Elgin, where he took control of the region and declared himself Supreme Lord of the Tikhonov Free Republic. His reign didn't last long, as an assassin killed him back in June. The other breakaway faction is the St. Ives commonality. The former heir of the Confederation, Candace Liao, abandoned her father to declare her province independent from the Confederation. I can't imagine how Maximilian Liao is taking that one. Comstar is negotiating to formally recognize these independent provinces as new nations once their leaders can charter the new laws of their provisional governments. Be sure to be on the lookout for those too once the dust settles later this year. The next item we need to discuss is the destruction of Sarna's HPG. After the Fusiliers destroyed the HPG, Comstar was furious with the Federated Sons. In other words, they were able to successfully pin the blame on them, claiming us, well, maybe not, let's continue reading, claiming us responsible for its destruction. They put the entirety of the Federated Sons under interdiction, cutting off interstellar communication and commerce between hundreds of Federation worlds. Your reports about the imposter Fusiliers captured by Captain Damu couldn't have come at a worse time. Had we known about this a month ago, we would have been able to mount a defense against Comstar's accusations, but First Prince Davion has already agreed to allow Comstar to station their own mech security forces at every HPG in the Federation to ensure such a debacle never happens again. It's much too late to defend our role in the Sarna HPG attack now, even if we now know that they were not responsible for its destruction. Okay, so yeah, they did succeed. The interdiction, along with the new war effort, sent the Federated Sun's economy into a tailspin. Had they maintained their interdiction, Comstar could very much have bankrupted the entire Federation, which brings me to the most uncomfortable part of this debrief. Commander, the Federated Suns can no longer financially support the remainder of our contract with your unit. I'm to inform you that we are invoking our cancellation clause and releasing you from the remaining 4 months of your contract. You will be compensated for this with your agreed upon MRB release bonus. I'm sorry our time together had to end like this, Commander, but it's ultimately out of my hands. The Crucis Lancers won't be escaping these budget cutbacks either. For the time being, my command will still exist on paper. For the most part, most of the personnel of the 2nd Crucis Lancers has been consolidated into the 3rd Crucis under Marshal Pedrosa's command and will continue to garrison Tigris. I currently exist to ensure that the Kestrel Lancers continue to be a paper tiger to our enemies while the Federation economy recovers from the war. But I won't let this deter me. I forged the Kestrel Lancers from nothing once. I can do it again. Although you won't be around to help me this time, Commander, I'll never forget the contributions you and your team made to keep the legend of the Kestrel Lancers alive. We'll be back, stronger than ever. You'll see. Goodbye, my friend, until we meet again. So, this is our ultimate rewards. We get 3.2 million C-bills, a big chunk of reputation, a perfect quality Tier 5 ER large laser, 13 damage, and a max range of 1,200 meters. That is super far. And a perfect quality Ultra AC5, 10.5 damage. Wow, that's also humongous damage. Perfect quality LRM-20 with the Artemis system, 33.6 damage. Also humongous damage. And only 10 double heat sinks. Wow, that is quite a final payment, and I guess that's it. That's the end of it. Okay, no news reports there. So I'm going to speculate that the reason Comstar did that was to prevent the balance of power between the 5 successor lords from getting too out of control. And the reason for that is because Comstar's main objective, the reason some of its actions seem kind of like, what does Comstar do this for, is because the only thing Comstar really cares about is restoring the Star League, because if anything, they probably have the best argument to be the successors of Star League, as General Kerensky left them here with the orders to watch over the Inner Sphere. And so Comstar does a lot of weird things, but they make their decision. Basically, Comstar doesn't care about morality. They only care about the ultimate results of maintaining the approximate stability of the Inner Sphere and trying to bring about the return of the Star League, which is why when the clans invade the Inner Sphere, they get into contact with one another, and Comstar originally agrees to just not necessarily stay out of it, but they were basically we will not report any news of the clans in order to keep their invasion secret. And they basically just went to an agreement where they basically were clans, don't destroy our HPG arrays. We need those. They're really important. And in return, we won't report any news on you. And the clans, they take agreements very seriously. When the clans go into an agreement, that's one thing you can trust, if the clans go into an agreement. And so, yeah, they went into that agreement, and it would have stayed that way until some upheaval in the Comstar leadership. And the reason they did that is because the clan, the people who have the biggest claim to be the successors of the Star League are the clans and Comstar. And so, when the clans returned, they basically saw, kindred spirits within the clans. And that's why they did that. But normally, this is the part where I would reflect on it, but I think I'm going to make that a separate video, because I've decided to combine all of those episodes together, because I want to try to have at least one of the 3 games resolved by the 26th, because I got another really big game. You guys get to participate in that game too, so if you watch it, you can apply to be a character in the upcoming game. Gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a fun one too, but yeah, I enjoyed it. Like the last battle, I thought like the weight tonnage was a little low. I was expecting to punch out with some bigger mechs, but like, you know, it was still an interesting battle. Like, I still enjoyed it. Like, there were a few in there, like, just absolute slug-outs that I wouldn't mind seeing those as regular missions. Just kind of like 8-on-8 missions, like one an AI lance and our lance versus, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 enemy lances, or, you know, 2 evenly matched lances. Like, those missions were actually really enjoyable. You know, there wasn't a whole lot of, like, marching around pointlessly. Like, they just got to the point. Just really good fun. But overall, I enjoyed it, and I will probably make a video reflecting on what I thought about the Legend of the Kestrel Lancers in a separate video. Anyways, you guys let me know what you think down in the comments section. Like the video if it was entertaining. Subscribe for future, I almost did it again, MechWarrior 2 content, because we will be continuing Season 2 in time. But of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.